think we have some lost people. Good afternoon. But I'd like to ask you all to please stand as the Schola Cantorum sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Graduates, parents, relatives of graduates, and friends, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2017 commencement of the ceremony of the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. I'm Lona Robertson, and I have the distinct privilege of serving as interim dean for the college. At this time, I would like for you to join me in recognizing our special guests. Our guests will you please stand when you are introduced? Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Dr. Jim Coleman, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor. Dr. Jean-Francois Molinet, Interim Assistant Director, Arkansas Agricultural Experiment Station, Division of Agriculture, and Department Head, Food Science. Mr. John Paul Pendergrass of Pendergrass Cattle Company and the 2017 Bumpers College Outstanding Alumnus. Mr. Pendergrass will provide our commencement address. Dr. Michael Evans, Interim Associate Dean for the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences. Dr. Courtney Myers, Associate Professor in Agricultural Communications at Texas Tech University. Dr. Myers is the recipient of the Young Alumni Award presented by the Bumpers College Alumni Society Board. Dr. Nick Anthony, Professor in the Department of Poultry Science and Chair of the Bumpers College Faculty Council. Please join me in recognizing our stage party. I tell people that I have two favorite times of year in the life of an academic calendar. The first is the first day of the fall semester when students are fresh on campus, particularly when you're freshmen. You're lost, you're confused, it's chaotic, and I love it. A little chaos in life is good. Commencement is my other favorite day of the year. It is one of the most special of days in the life of our university community. Today, we gather to recognize and celebrate the many accomplishments of our graduates. The class of 2017 has worked long, hard hours to make it to our ceremony today. And students, during your time at the university, you've completed degree requirements that will enable you to begin down the road of professional life. You have completed coursework and projects that have led to product development competitions where your designs will be produced and sold by today's top retailers. You've participated in field trips and study tours to industry sites where you will soon be working. You've engaged in activities such as livestock and soil judging teams, quiz bowl, student clubs, student government, mentoring circles, and college ambassadors. You have successfully competed for top scholarships and honors like the National Association of Farm Broadcasting Scholarship, Women in Toys Scholarship, the Romeo E. Short Scholarship, Razorback Classics, and Seniors Honor Citation, and, of course, the Truman. Many of you have experienced study abroad in places like Belize, Brazil, Mozambique, England, Scotland, Greece, France, Belgium, Germany, Hong Kong, China, India, and the list goes on. Your time at the University of Arkansas and with the Bumpers College has been life-changing. Stephen Towell, an environmental soil and water science student, had never flown before January. Not only did Stephen take his first flight in January, he flew to Delhi and spent 2 weeks on an experiential learning trip studying Indian agriculture. This year, we have 21 students completing their honors degrees. You'll find a list of these students, their mentors, and the title of their honors project listed on our website. But I wanted to take just a few moments to share a few of these with you. Leslie Beer studied coccidiosis in poultry. The result of her honors project suggests that there may be an inexpensive and high throughput method for accurate enumeration during vaccine manufacturing. Madison Brown worked with Ozark Natural Science Center and found that 5th graders retain more from nature hikes if teachers reinforced concepts in the classroom. Lauren Luther's project focused on a population of blackberries that has played a major role in blackberry genetic research. The population has aged since the original studies were conducted, and it is important to determine the purity of the population. Through Lauren's work, it was determined that the population was no longer usable, which will save future researchers time and money. The results of Marcy Shirley's honors project indicate there are certain phytochemicals that display health-promoting properties by inhibiting cell proliferations in colon cancer cells. And Margaret Wright examined food waste in a child care facility that currently uses a family-style serving method. Margaret looked at what would happen if, instead of a family-style serving method, a measured proportion method was used instead. She concluded that there would be significantly lower food waste and cost-saving benefits. These are undergraduate students doing important research, and you should be very proud of what you have accomplished. Congratulations. With the completion of your bachelor's degree, many of you will be the first or among a very few in your family to receive a college degree. This is a wonderful accomplishment, and again, you should be very proud of yourself. It's a long road, it takes persistence, and we are proud of you. As you prepare to leave us, you've been seeking some new opportunities, and I've been listening to stories about you in the hallways. Several of you will be completing internships with Tyson and Simmons Food Companies. I know 2 apparel merchandising and product development students who will complete second internships this summer. Giannina Surza is headed to Malibu to Levi Strauss, and Sarah Aguilar to Honolulu. I think I want to go with them. John Brian Kersey has accepted a position with J.B. Hunt in Lowell, Arkansas. Canyon Dewey has accepted a position with Animal Nutrition Feeds in Foreman, Arkansas. Elizabeth Bloom has accepted a position as a manager in training with Chartwells and Compass Group, and she will be staying at the U of A for a little while. That's right. Clap for them. We want you to. Matthew Bradford accepted a position with Scholar Grain Company as a merchandiser. Kelsey Casey accepted a position with Walmart entering the Merchandise Talent Program. Jessica Braslaw is going to work at Goosehead Insurance in Dallas. And Allison D'Antonio has accepted a position with JCPenney Corporate as a merchandise assistant in women's petites. Congratulations to all of you. And we have a number of students who are entering master's degree programs, such as Beth Huff, Austin Ham, Lenini Stolberg, Leslie Beer, and then there's Zach Tipton. Zach, where are you? Well, Zach's a senior, majoring in environmental soil water science, and he has been accepted to the Princeton and Beijing program. There, he will continue his studies in an intensive and immersive Chinese language program, and he hopes to conduct environmental research collaborating between the U.S. and Chinese companies and governments. We have several students who've been accepted to vet school. Lindsay Watson, Marianne McClure, Brittany Rogers, Jacqueline Hansen, Avery Deaton, Kyra Campbell, Emily McComas, and Kaylee Wooten. Will Pullman's headed to medical school, and Whitney Van is headed to pharmacy school. But no matter where you go, and no matter what you do, remember these words from Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where to go. Congratulations, graduates. Now I present to you Ms. Victoria Alexandra Malik, who is here to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2017. Victoria, may I ask you to come forward, please? We have 4 first-ranked senior scholars this year: Leslie Colleen Baer, Aubrey Della Hansen, Victoria Alexandra Malik, and Fred William Pullman II. Leslie, Aubrey, Victoria, and Will all achieved a perfect 4.0 grade point average while earning all of their credits at the U of A. Victoria?
Well, thank you, Dean Robertson. Fellow students, family, friends, and guests, I must admit it is a little intimidating to be asked to speak at the graduation of a college that is named for someone known as one of the greatest orators of the United States Senate. I feel very grateful to have had the opportunity to interact with Senator Bumpers as a Bumpers College student, and only wish that every graduate could have had the same opportunity. Over the past 4 years, we've learned so many lessons in and out of the classroom, and they will be of great benefit as we venture into the next phase of our lives. However, I would like to take this opportunity not to summarize those lessons for us, but instead share 3 lessons that we as Bumpers College students can learn from the life of Dale Bumpers. Dale Bumpers was born in Charleston, Arkansas, later becoming a Marine in World War II, attending the University of Arkansas, and earning a law degree from Northwestern University. Returning home, he declared himself to be the best lawyer in a one-lawyer town, operating his law practice in the back of the family hardware store, which, incidentally, he also operated. Later, he was elected governor of Arkansas and eventually a United States senator. Those familiar with Senator Bumpers know not only of his extraordinary speaking ability, but also of his intelligence and his folksy humor. It wasn't uncommon to hear him call an opponent's argument, and I quote, "as thin as spit on a rock," which I'm fairly certain is probably what some of our professors thought as we gave them that 3rd, 4th, 5th explanation for why we just couldn't seem to get that assignment in on time. If Senator Bumpers were here today, he might begin by saying, "just treat me like you would any ordinary great person." Yes, he actually used that line to begin a speech. Within this humor, however, is the first lesson we can learn from his life. We must know who we are and be unapologetically confident in ourselves. When Senator Bumpers was first running for governor, he was an unknown lawyer with 1% name recognition in the entire state. People thought he was crazy. He didn't have a chance. But he knew who he was. He was confident in himself. By the end of that race, not only did he win, but he beat former Governor Orville Faubus and Governor Rockefeller to do so. A few years later, he took down Senator Fulbright to become a United States Senator. From 1% name recognition to earning himself the reputation of political giant killer, none of it would have been possible without Senator Bumpers ignoring those that told him he couldn't and choosing to believe he could. Knowing who he was key in guiding his decisions and was central to the next lesson. Always do what's right, no matter what is popular or convenient at the time. Even if that decision is unpopular or inconvenient, if it's right, that's what you have to do. Throughout all of his years in political office, he never criticized his opponents and never once ran a negative ad. I mean, it's almost unbelievable today. But growing up, he was taught that politics was a noble profession and that negative attacks were unseemly, so he didn't do them. He never went negative. He thought that was the right thing to do. He wasn't afraid to cast unpopular votes and wasn't afraid to come back home and explain those votes to his constituents. This earned him the respect of even those that disagreed with him. And one of the things he was most proud of doing what was right, came when he was a lawyer back in Charleston. After the Supreme Court ruled on Brown versus Board of Education, the Charleston School Board came to him and asked what they should do. He advised them to desegregate immediately and aided them in doing so. I mean, this might not seem like such a bold move now, but that decision made Charleston the first school district in the entire South to become fully integrated. Throughout all of his life, he knew what was right, and that's what he did. As he rose higher and higher in levels of prominence and leadership, he never forgot where he came from or how he got there. This is a perfect lesson for us graduates as we prepare to cross this stage and walk out. Growing up without electricity or running water, he admired President Roosevelt for signing legislation that brought both of those things to Franklin County. Returning from the Marines, he was so thankful for the GI Bill that paid for schooling he otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford. And when his parents died unexpectedly in a car crash when he was attending law school, he felt an even stronger call to serve others and help others. He dedicated his life to helping those that were reaching for the lowest rung of the ladder, rather than just pulling the ladder up behind him once he had made it. He never forgot where he came from, and he never stopped bringing others along with him. As we leave here today as graduates of the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences, I hope we were able to take with us not only the lessons we learned in and out of the classroom, but also the lessons from the life of Dale Bumpers. Starting our careers, it will be as important as ever to know who we are and be confident in ourselves. Heading out on our own, always doing what's right, will set us on a path for personal and professional success for the long term. And when we finally achieve that success, remembering where we came from and who we are, and bringing others along with us will make us good people, but it will also make others' lives better. That's what Senator Bumpers did every day and what he thought all of us should be doing from sunup to sundown each and every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. As a sign of our appreciation, I have this little plaque for you to commemorate today. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce to you Mr. John Paul Pendergrass as the 2017 Outstanding Alumnus of Bumpers College. Mr. Pendergrass is a sixth-generation cattle producer in partnership with his father. The family operation, Pendergrass Cattle Company Incorporated, is a stocker feeder, cattle ranching, and grow yard located in the Arkansas River Valley. They market approximately 5,000 head of cattle every year, making them one of the largest stocker feeder operations in Arkansas. John Paul has been the lead farmer for Arkansas in the Farm Journal Foundation's Farm Team program since 2014. In that capacity, Mr. Pendergrass has met with key members of the Arkansas congressional delegation to discuss the importance of global food security, and he has participated in a number of panel discussions on this issue. Mr. Pendergrass is a 1977 University of Arkansas graduate of Agricultural Economics and Agribusiness. Please welcome Mr. John Paul Pendergrass.
Thank you, Dr. Robertson. It's an honor to be here and participate in commencement. Congratulations to everyone that is graduating. Congratulations to the moms and dads, grandparents, friends, and instructors that have helped to bring these great minds to this point. You have been a tremendous support group for these students. 40 years ago, my parents attended my commencement. They returned to see both of their grandchildren graduate from the Dale Bumpers College. And guess what? They're here today. So I know a little something about the benefits of a support group. When I began to get my thoughts together about this message, I decided to not give you any advice, but I'm going to give you one bit. Never miss an opportunity to make your mom and dad proud. I do want to share with you a couple of learning experiences that I've had along the way. First, my faculty advisor was Dr. Wayman Hallbrook. And yes, that is Stephen Hallbrook's father. At the end of my junior year, we met in his office to discuss the classwork I needed to take for my senior year. I was about ready to leave his office, and Dr. Hallbrook said, "John Paul, how well do you feel that college is preparing you for the future?" Well, the question was unexpected. I was kind of caught off guard, and I'm sure I did not give him an answer in a complete sentence. He said, "If you're not in a hurry, let's talk about something. And you're not ever going to hear it in a classroom." That got my attention. Dr. Hallbrook started talking about how successful people are really good at building relationships, not only in their professional life, but personally. He advised me one more time. He said, before you enter into a relationship, personally or professionally, ask yourself some questions. Do you trust this person? And does this person trust you? Next, will you both keep each other fully informed? And last but not least, do you both care about each other's well-being? Each time I put his format to work, it's worked for me, and I wanted to share that with you. A few years ago, I was asked to volunteer some time to the Farm Journal Foundation and be the lead farmer for Arkansas in their platform called Farmers Feeding the World. I was asked to advocate about hunger issues in our nation and underdeveloped countries that are food insecure. So my education about hunger, food insecurity, and the need to find better solutions to these problems all started about the same time you made your way to the Fayetteville campus. It's my understanding that you began to hear the world population was growing from 7 to 9 billion people by the year 2050, and how the world population would require 70% more foodstuffs because of emerging middle class from underdeveloped nations. You've sent the world a strong signal by graduating from the Bumpers College of Agriculture, Food, and Life Sciences that many of you will be employed in the food business or some related field that services the industry. How this planet feeds 9 billion people in 2050 is truly your challenge. With every challenge comes a great deal of opportunity. The challenge will involve conservation of natural resources, sustainability, science, technology, and numerous unthought of solutions along the way. Your future is bright because of the challenge. The world truly needs you. My generation will be your support group. If we can up the funding for ag research and rural development, include in our ag policy a better effort to share more of what we know with underdeveloped nations, your generation can meet the challenge. I've been a little concerned about how to bring this to a meaningful end, and Mark Twain came to my rescue. He nailed your situation rather well when he wrote, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. God bless and good luck to each of you.
Thank you, Mr. Pendergrass. Parents and family, friends, spouses, significant others, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The symbolic presentation of the diploma. We want the graduates, parents, relatives, and friends to enjoy the ceremony with the academic demeanor fitting the occasion. And I think that includes some bunny ears, if I saw correctly. To make this moment special for all of our graduates and their families, we ask that you do not leave the arena until all graduates have crossed the stage and received their diploma cover. Graduates, please note, the diploma will be in the mail after your degree requirements have been certified. This year, we have one graduate, Tyler Cole Wade, who is being awarded his degree posthumously. Tyler was an agricultural business major, and his name will be inscribed on Senior Walk along with the class of 2017. Tyler's diplomas have been mailed to his parents. Dr. Wardlow, Dr. Clark, will you please present the graduates? Provost Coleman, Dr. Molyneux, will you please join me in congratulating our graduates?
Dean Robertson, on behalf of the faculty of the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences, it is our pleasure to present the class of 2017. Will the honors students, first ranked, and senior scholars come forward to represent the class of 2017? Leslie Colleen Beer, first-ranked senior scholar, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction. Aubrey Delta Hansen, first-ranked senior scholar, graduating with highest distinction. Victoria Alexandra Malik, first-rank senior scholar, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, and is accompanied by her mentor. Fred William Pullman II, first-rank senior scholar, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, and is accompanied by his mentor, Dr. Fred Pullman, who will present the diploma to his son, Will. Lauren Elizabeth Cheevers, senior scholar, graduating with highest distinction. Austin Robert Ham, senior scholar, graduating with highest distinction. Caitlin Janelle Walker, senior scholar, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Miss Stephanie Hubert. Representing the Bumpers College Honors Program is Dr. Leslie Edgar. The Honors Program graduates are escorted by their honors mentors. Alexandria Nicole McLeod, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, is accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Leslie Edgar. Lindsay Dawn Watson, graduating cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor. Lauren Marie Luther, graduating cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Clark. Dr. Nick Anthony will present the diploma to his daughter, Lauren. Catherine Blair Blankenship, graduating magna cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Jackie. Claire Catherine Strutzenberg, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, and she's also accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Jacqueline Mosley. Macy Renee Shirley, graduating cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Oaksun Lee. Laura Catherine Coral, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Miss Stephanie Hubert. Magali Farfan, graduating cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Miss Stephanie Hubert. Luke Lane, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by his mentor, Dr. Jenny Popp. Josh Crystal, graduating cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by his mentor, Dr. Michael Popp. Samuel L. Gall, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by his mentor, Dr. Michael Popp. Sarah West Sacco, graduating summa cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Kathy Smith. Margaret Craig Cobb, graduating magna cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Kelly Way. Akenna Elizabeth Wood, graduating magna cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Kelly Way. Margaret Elise Wright, graduating magna cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Kelly Way. Madison Elizabeth Brown, graduating cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Dr. Lisa Wood. Ashley Breakstone, graduating magna cum laude with honors distinction, accompanied by her mentor, Zhejiang Zhao. Please join me in congratulating the Bumpers College Honors Program distinguished graduates. Now joining us on stage is Dr. Steve Halbrook, escorting students from the Department of Agricultural Economics and Agribusiness. Now presenting the students majoring in agricultural business. Samuel Allen Baer. Kristen Mackenzie Bishop, graduating with distinction. She's also graduating as a second major in animal science.
Matthew Dean Bradford. Samantha Jean Coldplund. Robert Garrett Curry. John Cameron Curtis. Canyon T. Dewey. Hannah Kate Grant, graduating with distinction. Molly Marie Hannon. Dustin J. Hanson, graduating with distinction. Haley L. Herman. Andrew Robert Harvey. Taylor Grace Johnson, graduating with highest distinction. John Brian Nelson Kirksey. Larrick Marshall Little. Jerry Hamilton Mouse, graduating with distinction. Heath McCracken. Spencer Clark McDonald. John Cade Oldenburg. Logan Allen Parks. Catherine E. Peterson, graduating with distinction. James Gage Powell. Rebecca Ann Pummel. Rebecca is also graduating with a second major in animal science. Jacob Wheeler Ray. Anna Lee Rayfield. Joshua O. Sopraning. Kelsey Parmenter Smith. J. M. Serber. Zachary H. Thompson. Joseph Daniel Viviano. Shane M. Van Stroh. Wesley Wages. Ethan Colley Winchester. Now joining us on stage is Dr. George Wardlow, escorting students from the Department of Agricultural Education, Communications and Technology, now presenting the students majoring in Agricultural Education, Communication and Technology. Winfield Scott Holland. Owen E. Hosick. William Miles Lane. Daniel Roberts, graduating with high distinction. Sydney Rebecca Simmons, graduating with distinction. Colton Tickle. Ethan Thomas. Hannah Elizabeth Toland. Chelsea Renee White. Quentin Darnell Williams. Amanda Danielle Woods. Now joining us on stage, Dr. Michael Looper, escorting students from the Department of Animal Science, now presenting the students majoring in Animal Science. Amanda Lynn Amy. Jessica Breslow. Savannah Bruce. Brianne Bush. Brenna Brianne Bush. I'm going to get it right, Brianna. Todd Cheney. Sydney Cheyenne Davis. Kylie Jo Ellers. Eugenia Fletcher. Addie Elise Gray. Jacqueline Tony Hanson, graduating with distinction. Beth Ann Huff. Laura Elizabeth Kirkley. Tyler E. Martin. Jamie Lauren Mason. Sarah Elise Mason, Emily Ruth McComas, Dusty Lee McQuistion, Megan McMillan, Jordan Alley Payton, graduating with distinction. Summer Scarlett Peterson. Scarlett is also graduating with a second major in agricultural education, communications, and technology. Kayla Rhodes. Brooke Elizabeth Satterwhite. Matthew Caleb Shepard. Jessica Hannah Straub. Sherry Nicole Thompson, graduating with distinction. Whitley Joe Van, graduating with distinction. Monica Lynn Weininger. Rachel Ann Want. Erin Reed Watts. Ashley Francis Wildis, graduating with distinction. Now joining us on stage, escorting students from the Department of Crop, Soil, and Environmental Sciences, now presenting the students majoring in crop science.
Blake Dow Bennett, Anna Coker, William Taylor Farr, graduating with distinction. Zachary Taylor Jones, graduating with distinction. John Wesley Seal. Next, presenting crop, soil, and environmental sciences students majoring in environmental, soil, and water science. Tyler Clayton Eck. Matthew Benjamin Hawkins. Justin Ryan Hines. Jeremy Jordan. Emma Margaret Littleton. Stephen Dang Tao. William Matthew White. Now joining us on stage is Dr. Jean-François Molinet, escorting students from the Department of Food Science. He's already on the stage. Now presenting the students majoring in food science. Joshua Andrews. Ruby Asare. Benjamin Davis Burney, graduating with distinction. Lauren Elizabeth Boone. Allison Elizabeth Helvick. Ashley Paige Lanier. Adelaide Grace Leonard. Layla Mahmoudi. Doris Geneva Miranda Santa Maria. Olivia Ann Stawson, graduating with high distinction. Dr. Bob Stawson will present the diploma to his daughter, Olivia. Now joining us on stage is Dr. Wayne McKay, escorting students from the Department of Horticulture. Now presenting the students majoring in horticulture, landscape, and turf sciences. Russell S. Baer. Blake Wilson Hawkins. Dana Mae Meeks. William Alexander Parrott. Austin Paul Pettit. Madeline Claire Wynn, graduating with distinction.
Now joining us on stage is Dr. Michael Kidd, escorting students from the Department of Poultry Science, now presenting the students majoring in poultry science. Zachary Chase Arbin, graduating with distinction. Linda Dale Combs. Chelsea Brooke Ellington, graduating with distinction. Austin Brett Evans. Kayla Michelle Harmon. Mackenzie A. Jennings. Dr. John Jennings will present the diploma to his daughter, Mackenzie. Alex Paul Newsom. Morgan Nicole Stevens. Morgan is also graduating with a second major in agricultural business. Jonathan Mason Strayhorn. Tiffany Desiree Swafford. Kaylee Cassandra Wright. Now joining us on stage is Dr. Betsy Garrison, escorting students from the School of Human Environmental Sciences, now presenting the students majoring in apparel merchandising and product development. Kinley Kathleen Adams. Sarah Elizabeth Aguilar, graduating with distinction. Abigail Patrice Amick. Miranda P. Asbill. Michelle Ballantine. Sarah Lynn Belmer, graduating with distinction. Gavin Alexander Braswell. Carissa Suzanne Brown. Lindsay Reed Kane. India Simone Callahan. Kelsey Nicole Casey. Gianni Nusura, graduating with distinction. Susanna Chance. Erica Marcellus Corley. Paola Cortez, graduating with distinction. Kelsey Marie Cundeth, graduating with high distinction.
Audra Renee Daniels. Allison B. D'Antonio. Megan Elizabeth Eads. Paulina Farias. Shauna Giovanna Forstall. Lauren Elizabeth Fritchie. Lindsay Brooke Fuller. Allison Claire Gaber. Dr. Sharon Gaber will present the diploma to her daughter, Allison. Addie Gardner, graduating with distinction. Carolyn Hope Harris. Clara Marie Higgins. Phyllis Sharus Homeyer. Blakely Ellen Hudson. Mackenzie Curry. Carly Nicole Lemke. Taylor Magnus. Sarah Christine McKinney. Megan Jane Montgomery, graduating with high distinction. Okay. Juin Moon, graduating with distinction. Madison Ellen Morton, graduating with distinction. Levi Benjamin Pitts, Shelby Nicole Ray, Brianna Nicole Sabatini, graduating with high distinction. Carlonda Michelet Sandage, Allison Kristen Sims, Savannah Smith, Alexis Joe Sandifer, Maggie May Stellick, graduating with distinction. Cassidy M. Stokes, Claire Kincaid Taylor, Sarah Elizabeth Thomas, Ashley Deshay Trice, Aisha Taylor Nicole Vogt, Jennifer L. Watterson, Jordan Taylor West, Ellie Williams, graduating with high distinction. Rachel Teresa Williams, Taylor Alexis Willis, graduating with distinction. Gabrielle Marie Wisson, graduating with high distinction.
Reagan Ray. Next, presenting Human Environmental Sciences students majoring in Human Development and Family Studies. Anita Alexander Ball. Amber Michelle Betts. Sloan Danielle Carroll. Julie Annabelle Cox. Angela Dello Iocono. Marisa Linda Gamboa. Madison Taylor Greenfield. Sammy Le'Aaron Hanna, graduating with highest distinction. Caitlin Michelle Holmes. Adriana Isabel Ibanez Castro. Damaris Jimenez. Megan Elizabeth Johnson. Grace Elizabeth Jones. Megan Aline Jones. Sarah Julian. Danielle Catani, graduating with distinction. Haley Elizabeth Kerr. Samantha Lambert, graduating with distinction. Allie Wright Lawson, graduating with distinction. Andrea Lee Lopez. Ansley Megan Mathis. Ariana Michaela Moore, graduating with distinction. Tatum Murray. Dana June Ninkum. Kaylin Nicole Piate, graduating with distinction. Haley M. Reeves, graduating with distinction. Mariah Faith Centini, graduating with high distinction. Olivia Grace Skelton. Madison Virginia Smith, graduating with distinction. Mary Margaret Soderberg, graduating with distinction. Lori Ann Starr. Devon Taylor. Catherine Elizabeth Toretta. Hannah Blair Turner. Ashley Louise Weber, graduating with distinction. Anna Caroline Welch, graduating with distinction. Madison Powers White, graduating with high distinction. Angelica Vivian Yurton. Next, presenting Human Environmental Sciences students majoring in General Human Environmental Sciences. Rachel Van Vleeman. Next, presenting Human Environmental Sciences students majoring in Human Nutrition and Hospitality Innovation. Michelle Abbott. Travis Carby Adoodle. Sonia Evramov. Taylor Murray Barone. Cheryl Ann Ball. Elizabeth Ann Blum. Caitlin Renee Beckman. Jessica Nicole Brightman. Erica Rose Bergener, graduating with distinction. Stanley Chukwanu Jr. Natalie Cardoza. Chelsea Kovan. Barbara Jopich, graduating with distinction. Michelle Ann Davis, graduating with distinction. Susanna Ainsley DeLay. Holly Christine Dentelman. Zachary Alexander Drexler. Summer Lorraine Frankie. Sarah Jane Frick. Karen Ruth Furnival. Patrick S. Garcia. Catherine J. Garrison. Christopher Allen Jalden. Keaton Guyett. Tori Faith Greenway, graduating with distinction. Cole Hancock Dorset. Lindsay Nicole Holman. Walter Ian Holmberg. Haley Beth James. Ashen Brooke Julian, graduating with distinction. Emily Wilson Keeling, graduating with distinction. Mackenzie Ladushaw, graduating with distinction. Poorly Lore. Karen Elizabeth Lynch. Sari Marufo. Hannah Taylor Martin. McLean Moore. Yeah, after this one. Okay. Carolyn Kamauri.
Rachel Anna Muzzy, graduating with highest distinction. Narmeen M. Nedum. Logan William Nelson. Lauren Brooke Newby. Rhonda Rochelle Oswald. Miriam K. Owens. Bradley Pearson, graduating with distinction. Naya Phillips. Jordan Elizabeth Reagan. Justin Reese. Jordan Elizabeth Robertson. Jordan T. Rodriguez. Madeline Claire Seaton. Lauren Ann Simpson, graduating with highest distinction. Sophie Skirteris, graduating with high distinction. Amanda Felice Trevino, graduating with high distinction. Carrick Dewan Turner, Jr. Ashley Kayleen Wade. Miranda Taylor Watkins. Caitlin Rose Wilson, graduating with high distinction. Caitlin Alita Wolf, graduating with distinction. Kala Betsy Yang, graduating with distinction. Hunter Young. Oh, thank you. Those are our graduates for 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Anthony, Dr. Edgar, Dr. Evans, Dr. Clark, and Dr. Wardlow for your assistance with today's ceremony. I'd like to take just a moment to thank some of the people who helped to make today special and who helped make this a great year for the Bumpers College. I would like to ask the totally awesome faculty of the Bumpers College to stand and be recognized. Faculty, stand up. We thank you for your time, talent, dedication, and caring. We thank you for providing our students with the many opportunities and experiences that will enable them on the road to their success as they pursue professional aspirations. In case you're wondering, I'm being told go slow. I'd also like to thank our student ambassadors who are graduating today. The ambassadors are an important group to the college. They're an asset that help to keep us grounded. They represent our student body. They act as a sounding board for crazy ideas that faculty and administrators dream up. That's a sign. and they act as a reality check for all of us. It is through their input and willingness to serve and to be honest with us when we have a harebrained idea that we are able to continuously enhance the quality of education and experiences provided to our students in the Bumpers College. Will our graduating ambassadors please stand as I call your name? Leslie Beer, Lauren Luther, Samantha Lambert, and Madeline Wynn. Thank you most sincerely. I would like to recognize the Arkansas Winds and the members of the Schola Cantorum. We've been privileged to have these talented groups of musicians provide us with music and singing for our ceremony. A special thanks to Terry Harris and Kevin Teets for our interpreters today. Please join me in thanking these two people. Now I'm pleased to present Dr. Courtney Myers as the 2017 recipient of the Bumpers College Alumni Society's Young Alumni Award. Dr. Myers earned her master's degree from the University of Arkansas in 2005, and she is currently an associate professor in agricultural communications at Texas Tech University. Dr. Myers received the 2015 U.S. Department of Agriculture's New Teacher Award, which is given to only 2 recipients nationwide each year. Her contributions as an educator are reflected in Texas Tech's recent distinction of ranking as the top undergraduate agricultural communications program in the country. Dr. Myers, please come forward and welcome our graduates to the Arkansas Alumni Association.
Thank you, Dean Robertson, for giving me the honor of saying, welcome to the alumni family, class of 2017. Sounds good. On behalf of the Alumni Arkansas Association, I congratulate you on joining the ranks of more than 148,000 living Arkansas alumni around the world. As your time as students draws to a close, your time as alumni is just beginning. That's why we call today Commencement. You are forever a part of the University of Arkansas, and there are 2 important opportunities as alumni I'd like you to embrace. Number 1, stay connected to the University of Arkansas wherever you are. There are more than 50 active alumni chapters throughout the United States, including 1 international alumni group and 15 societies. Number 2, stay involved with this great community you joined today. You receive discounted membership for the first 5 years after graduation. That should be good. Join for only $35 and receive the exclusive My Name is on Senior Walk t-shirt. Finally, your name will soon be engraved on this campus. Cherish your name on Senior Walk and know you are part of a unique tradition on this campus. So let me extend another heartfelt congratulations for reaching this momentous occasion, especially to those graduating summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and thank the laude. Congrats.
Thank you, Dr. Myers. Mr. Pendergrass, Dr. Myers, you exemplify the quality of Bumpers College graduates and the careers that are open to our students and the opportunities to make a difference in the world. We are proud to have you as graduates and representatives of the Bumpers College and the University of Arkansas. Graduates, I know that we will be telling your stories of success in the near future. And you need to remember one thing. 5 years from now, if a faculty member remembers your name, it's one of 2 things. You were either very, very, very good, or you were very, very, very bad. You choose. Graduates, will you please stand? As candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Agricultural, Food, and Life Science and Bachelor of Science in Human Environmental Sciences, upon successful completion of all degree requirements, we are proud to confer upon you, on behalf of the University of Arkansas Board of Trustees, graduates. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left, symbolizing your status as alumni. Congratulations. Sit down. Graduates, our faculty and staff enjoy visiting with you and hearing from you about your endeavors. Please keep us informed. Let us know how you're doing in the future. Now, graduates, you can sit down for just a minute. I know your feet hurt. Would all of our parents, family members, and friends please stand to be recognized? The support you have provided to these graduates is indescribable, and I know each and every one of them thank you sincerely. We have just a couple more things and we're done. Would you all please stand, and may I ask Mr. Pendergrass and Dr. Myers to join me in calling the hogs. We will follow the calling of the hogs with the alma mater, so please remain standing. Our ceremony will now conclude. Thank you all for attending. One more thing, for all the mothers in the audience, happy Mother's Day, and everybody travel safe. Please stand and remain standing until the stage party exits. Goodbye.